talking point I'm sure we're going to dig into today.
Mirage to kick things off, and an A execution from MOUZ Sports. 3 players towards the Palace. We've got Dexter and Frozen with the utility at the A ramp, and explosion towards the A site with just Shush to defend. He's alone in CT spawn, but the backup's coming. Jabbi and stavn will come in through connector here. Here comes the pop flash and the execution.
Okay, well, Shush under a bit of pressure here. He's called this one out. He wants to stand and fight, but a few bullets to pepper it back, and xertioN, a great opener from him. First round of ESL Pro League for the young gun, and he finds the opener onto jabbi. Now the flash towards CT from Dexter. This is going to initiate the fight. There's one back the other way. Shush steps forward. Everybody's blind right now. The flash is no good, and Torji's starting to push in. The nade to hold them at bay, but maybe this is enough for MOUZ. They're buying time.
A lot of damage has been done here, but still plenty of time. xertioN with the dual Berettas, but it's not quite enough. JDC mowing them down towards spawn. 4 versus 2, and xertioN will have to find a couple more incisions if they're going to have any sort of chance here. Time is of the essence. It doesn't look good. They might just have to save, but a lot of damage put out there. But that's going to be it. A nice clean round from MOUZ Sports. 4 players surviving, presumably with the bomb blast here, and stavn will just have to save the USP and armor chat. So there it is, just 1 player defending, a couple of smokes towards connector and jungle, and 1 pop flash as they make their way out of Palace.
Well, this is going to be a big first day of games. It's going to set the tone here for the group, because we don't know who's going to be coming out on top of this one. You kind of plant your flag, make a bit of a statement of intent.
I know this is a bold question. Do you have a favorite for the group?
I truly don't. Like, if I had to pick one, I think it'd be one of these 2. I think because and a lot of people are like, but Chad, what about ENCE? What about Astralis? Well, the ENCE situation, I haven't seen Sampayas and Valde play within the team. I cannot give you a clear understanding of how good they're going to be. And Astralis, they might be, what, 4th in the world on HLTV? Maybe it's 5th. Either way, they don't feel like that in my eyes at all. I think they're a top 10 team, but only just.
Well then, it will be the force buy back from Heroic here. They've got the Desert Eagles, 5-7, a scout, double stack towards the balcony, and once again probing towards the Palace area, but MOUZ Sports don't fancy it. They'll actually be falling back and leave xertioN in position. Dexter is confirming there's no B pushes coming through yet. The apartments are clear. It's a bit of an A lean here from Heroic. 4 players in total on this side of the map, just xertioN holding towards B, and just pump the brakes. Just feel the map out and see if there's any sort of CT aggression to kick things off.
It's important between the 2 in-game leaders right now, that of Dexter and xertioN over towards B, to do the probing, because we can see now that there is a bit of intent over towards A. How far are they going to push the buck? It's JDC making his way out the ramp. Flashback and exchange here from Shush. Now, they're Molly, they're smoked, they're starting to heat up here. xertioN's going to open up the account. JDC is going to be pinned down, and they're still looking for this fight on A. There's enough time to pull the ripcord and get the hell out of dodge. They don't have to commit here towards the A side.
Yeah, I think they might have to. It's looking a little bit scrappy here. They haven't done too much damage upon arrival. We'll stick towards A for now. They seem to know there's another player towards the balcony position, but that's a guaranteed kill for Dexter. 9-12 for the MAC-10. Things starting to look a little cleaner now, as TESS will be dropped to 40 HP. Held at bay by the smoke as well, but the bomb won't be planted just yet. They don't account for the scout towards short.
Oh dear, xertioN need to hit a couple more of those. I think he's been screwed at this point. Just trying to pip those shots away. The bomb will get planted, and that should be the round secured. That smoke that got thrown towards CT, I think xertioN actually lobbed that out from range, because you saw the trajectory of it there, and it was to try and facilitate a bit of a one-way. Just going to have to hold on to this scout and try and use it into the next. Dexter's already trying to corner him here. You can see him going through the B apartments right now, making sure there's no avenue of escape. Frozen also over towards CT spawn to make sure he can't make his way out of the marketplace. xertioN might be dead to rights here. Bomb still quite a while to go before it does detonate. How diligent is he? Well, not enough. Frozen pokes up his head, and that'll be it. It's a clean sweep for MOUZ, 2-0 to start things off, and should be the 3-0 conversion.
Almost certainly. That was a force buy from Heroic, so we do have a little technical pause here just to analyze what's gone on so far. If you are just joining us at the opening game of Group C, happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're enjoying your day. Let us know how you're watching the game at home with the hashtag ESL Pro League, and make sure you tag us on Twitter as well.
That's important.
And if you've got any questions about the group or these teams playing right now, we'll try and facilitate it and let you know. For now, a small tech issue as we just work out who has the problem. It looks like
TESS here.
TESS, yes, indeed.
Yeah, so shouldn't be too long. I wanted to start a bit of a conversation with you about the new phenomenon of grip tape, Henry. I think you can see some grip tape on TESS's mouse here.
I used to use it well back in the day when I was playing.
Where were you? What were you sourcing grip tape from back then? You get like skateboard stuff, and you work it on a mouse.
Steel Series back in the day used to make some.
Okay.
They used to do it like you could buy an Intelli 3.0 that came with special foam grips you could put on the side and the top. And for me, it just felt so much better. I've got quite sweaty hands. It absorbed the sweat, gave you better grip, and it just made the mouse feel like you could put them on the actual mouse clicks themselves, so mouse 1 and mouse 2. You could put these little round foam bits, and it felt really, really good. So yeah, I'm all for it.
With it. It could be something I might experiment with. I think I need to experiment with shooting the bad guys in the head first before I worry too much about the other details here. But on your screen, everybody exists. The coach of Heroic, the resident Swede behind the Danes.
Can't believe he'll be the most animated coach. He might just be a little bit more subdued, a little calmer.
I don't think anybody on that team needs to be animated when you have xertioN.
True.
He does it for everybody.
He takes up that role.
Love him or hate him.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's a fun guy to have in the scene for sure.
One thing that I think is an important conversation that, and I understand a lot of people might not like xertioN because they maybe don't like the way he presents himself, or maybe they don't like some of the stuff that's happened with Heroic in the past. You cannot argue that xertioN isn't one of the best entertainers in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
He definitely is.
And a real captain as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a rare thing, a rare quality. So we'll see whether he can get fired up this game. It's not the best start as they go down 2-0. And like Chad said, presumably 3 will be the full eco for Heroic. Just USPs, but we'll be looking for some sort of tank formation here, Chad. A full stack towards middle, perhaps, looking to find a couple of kills with the USPs. Can happen, may happen.
I saw a Reddit thread the other day, Henry, talking about how many Danish in-game leaders there were, and maybe it was the top 20. I don't remember exactly, but I've just got the list here. So we got the #1 team in the world with Karrigan, right? Then you head down the list, you've got Astralis, obviously. They're currently 4th in the world with Glaive. You make your way down, Vitality have Danish representation in Dupree and Magisk. You've got Huxi, you've got Huxi in-game leading G2. You've got NIP with Essetag. Let's see how much more we've got going down this list here. Oh, never mind, we're back underway. We can return to Dane Watch at another time.
A new segment that's been brought into the show. Let us know what you think. But for now, as mentioned, just USPs, a single flashbang for Shush. So, as I said, a stack somewhere. They've chosen towards short B. And we flashed in towards middle from the A side. That's where the flash resides, and you'll see a flash go over momentarily. They'll swing out, but it's all for naught, really. MOUZ Sports are actually making their way towards the B side, so they can come in from short at least, and maybe grab a kill or two, but I dare say they'll be mowed down by the SMGs and rifles here, and indeed they will.
Perfect choke point to find those USPs, and it's just exertion, needing to stay alive. We'll get one and done. Now, Tessus, you've got a whole new job for the next 40 seconds. Let's hold on to this AK. Frozen, the hot pursuit here. Was he going to be heard on that jump? That's the big question. Tessus is at least acknowledging the presence as he gears up for a fight. Those beautiful looking mouse stickers on that AK, looking tidy in gold. Tessus is going to leer in. Whoa, wow, that's one. ADC will get the trade, but a good amount of damage right there. They'll scoop up the AK, so no issues for MOUZ, and we can get underway with the first gun round.
Yeah, pretty good, all things considered there for Heroic. 2 kills, was close to 3 as well with the low HP. But here we go then. xertioN whips out the big green, the AWP in his hands, and a few concessions to be made. No kits so far, and there it is. They've purchased 1. Tessus has it, so keep track of that. And of course, torchie on MOUZ Sports. An emphatic AWPer, aggressive of course. We'll be looking to open things up here. I think this will be a great battle, actually.
Yeah, I really like watching torchie play. Likes to take a good fight, this young gun. And I think xertioN on the other side, there's always an eye or two on his AWPing prowess. We know he has the extra responsibility of being the in-game leader, but he's going to deploy a defensive smoke here. They'll block off the ramp for now, and they can either wait it out or go looking elsewhere as Heroic are congregating towards middle here. 3 players searching now under window, and this is MOUZ with quite a cookie-cutter response here, just a very passive default, waiting for these CT aggressive maneuvers, something that is, I would say, recommended versus a team like Heroic.
xertioN with full mid control.
Fight here. xertioN's got 3 on the plate, potentially.
They are looking to finish towards A with some sort of split. You've got JDC coming from the underpass. xertioN, as mentioned, towards top of middle. We will see that AWP of Torchy open things up. That's towards Shush on the A-bomb side. So, a double kill from Heroic, that mid-presence working out quite nicely for them. They'll have to retake the A site. It's completely open at this stage. Utility will be dropped, and presumably the bomb will be planted. Tessus coming in from spawn, but can't deny the plant whatsoever. So that will be going down, no problem. xertioN will have to wait for the smoke to dissipate as well. And we're on. And just to know, stavn with a huge flank from T-Spawn.
Yeah, this could be a difference maker right here. He's going all the way through the palace position, so it looks like they're going to give him time to work here. Likely he's going to catch Frozen with the back turned. It might come down to Dexter in this forward position towards Connector. There's the fight. stavn, he's the wrong timing. Frozen's going to get the better of him. In the meantime, jabbi onto Dexter. It's a 2-on-3 situation starting to ensue. And, well, now it's just torchie. This AWP to light up the server here. The bomb halfway gone. Tessus sweeps out, cleans up the mess, gets the defuse, and they can pick the big green back up. Because xertioN, well, he's still alive. Don't worry about that. They're going to rock double AWPs early. Yeah. That's an adjustment that's been made immediately. They clearly want that as part of the game plan. 2 AWPs out the gates.
Makes a lot of sense. stavn and xertioN to be rocking that, and that's going Going to be quite tantalizing, I would say, but his jabbi boosted towards the underpass. That mid control was very strong indeed. Once they smoked the bomb, there was no chance for the AWP to retake, and there's the first round for Heroic. As mentioned, double AWP setup here. Money's still okay for MOUZ Sports. Losing a couple of players in the previous round meant they'll be having Galils for JDC and xertioN, but here's xertioN. A bit of aggression towards the Palace. Drops the flashbang in, but decides to fall back. Just trying to suggest someone could be in there. xertioN just patrolling towards middle once again. Deploys the flashbang and trying to get control of top of mid.
That aggressive flash right there is going to stall out whoever's lurking in that Palace position, right? If there's a flash, normally that comes with some aggression. So torji, he will eventually get towards the tail end, but maybe not as quick as he would like. You window smoke and you post up and you hope a player walks across jungle. Well, torji, the jump from jabbi, heads up play there, and now he's been spotted. This is a very basic play that I'm sure everybody's tried at home. Send the AWP Palace to look for a peek. The molly, it's good. It's real good. Frozen burns down xertioN. That's an opener on A again.
We have got the AWP of stavn. He's in towards CT spawn. He'll have to deliver here. The turret will have to come online fully as they boost up towards window. xertioN is trying to gut the defense here if possible. They'll be finishing up towards A once again. Shows his presence. Gets the information that xertioN's in towards the kitchen. And the steps are clear, or are they? It's connector. Well, jabbi will lie. There's a little bit of damage, but now they know exactly where he is. He's going to be mowed down momentarily. And there it is, nothing he could do. JDC with the perfect timing.
Yeah, really taking their time with this, aren't they, MOUZ? Just pulling Heroic apart of the seams, being a nuisance. And a flank again, it was beaten last time. This time round, tassas is the man with the plan against Frozen, who's definitely not looking the right way on the reload. He goes down, his position's been given up. torji under pressure, will hit a shot through the wall, and the repick right there. Why the hell not? You love to see a bit of pizzazz.
Yeah.
Jazz hands coming out early.
They absolutely are. And they've slapped Heroic in the face. xertioN, he'll surely be going down, and there it is. They bounce back. Very nicely done there from MOUZ Sports. 4-1, money broken once again for Heroic. $3,000 per player. This is a great start on the T side. Everything you could hope for, really, and I dare say it's a partial buy for Heroic. This is how it all kicked off. The Molotov towards Sandwich, lightly toasted. xertioN will be dropped. JDC, like we said, the pincer maneuver towards the A side. Everything just went perfectly well for them there. Yeah,
it's a great round, well executed, and it's like pulling teeth in a way because they're in no rush. It's a bit like torture that the MOUZ are doing to Heroic. We know that. Oh!
Hang on. Hello.
All right, that's a dirty way to kick off the round, stavn. Thank you very much.
That'll wake you up.
They're shaking us back into control of this one is xertioN. He's going to do a lot of damage to jabbi here. He isn't completely away just yet, but the jump around the corner, the little leaps seem to be jabbi's best friends so far, and xertioN's been activated with some aggression of his own.
I don't mind this.
Roundabout's dead in the back. Should be Frozen. Should be. There it is. Puts it in. No dramas.
Yeah, no dramas at all. Back to the 4-4. As we said, this is eco/partial buy. A few players of armor, but mostly deagles, smokes, that's about it. All about the 1-deags, and we definitely had that delivered at the start of the round. stavn for a beautiful shot towards torji. Removes the AWP at the start of the round. And here we go, 1 minute on the clock. Just going to be feeling things out. Could be the B split this time, considering the position of JDC, but they favored this A bomb side time and time again. It is a B stack from the CTs. Just xertioN, I say just, might be able to find himself a decent position here. JDC burns jabbi down. xertioN, the last line of defense, and I don't know how he gets away with that, chat, but he has, and he's managed to get out, but not for long. tassas, the last line of defense now. An exciting round, a couple of crazy 1-deags in there, but ultimately it will be looking very good for MOUZ Sports.
tassas give it a crack, right? The loss bonus has an opportunity to go for this. He's at least prodding, taking a couple of shots. His position is noted here. The long game, the save, probably be the better of the two. He has an awful lot of work to do here.
You can almost guarantee he doesn't have a kit in this situation. So even if you have to sacrifice one player when he's touching the bomb, he still has little to no chance of winning, right? So better off to save, if you ask me. He can maybe drop the AWP going forward as well.
I do like that we're starting to get to a point. Oh,
he's found it, maybe.
Yeah, okay, he could scoop this up. Having a look. Having a look.
Where is it? There it is.
The keen eyes of tassas do find the AWP. But I think in that regard, right, we've spoken about this concept a couple times before, right? The concept of going fishing, same kind of thing. He's having a look. If there's no bites, it's all good. I can still save, and walking away with the AWP is great. So it's not a great round for Heroic, but it was only pistols, and this is how it started.
So this is the 1-deag towards torji, I believe. Bang! Through the smoke, and then there was a crazier shot from xertioN as well towards the connector. It looked like he was kind of jumping up, and they even said in chat, Nice shot, cadiaN. His response was full panic, which is fair enough. I don't think he was ready for that whatsoever, but still gets the kill. They do some damage. They recover an AWP on their partial buy. Not too bad at all. They'll save some cash there and have a nice, healthy setup here on the CT side of Mirage. There's cadiaN on the screens right now. The in-game leader and sniper of the Danish side looking to step up here. Currently sits on 4 kills, 5 deaths at the second place. His test is above him with 5. And we'll take a tactical timer here just to discuss options and get it to round number 7.
I'm learning the spawn smoke from JDC right here. I don't know which spawn it is exactly, but crouch, jump.
You don't know all of them yet, Chad? You don't play Mirage.
I don't like this map.
No.
I played one good map on it versus Titan all those years ago. Other than
you retired at the top.
Yeah, we leave it there.
Yeah, he said that will do. I'm never going to replicate that. cadiaN, oof, a missed shot. Slips by the wayside. An opportunity to open things up there, but we'll stick on the 5-on-5.
Just as a broader comment about how this map's played out so far, when we were watching this, when we had like G2 in the server and FaZe in the server, there was a lot more RG in mid early, right? A lot more utility, a lot more fighting for mid control. These teams are still throwing out the base utility, a window smoke, the connector CT smoke. They're having a bit of a biff, but there's not really the same prevalence of fighting in mid. It seems like they want to fight over towards A here.
Yeah, this is a bit more active. On the front foot, xertioN will get himself in towards A ramp. There's no one on the other side for now, actually. So stavn can post up and watch towards Palace. cadiaN will watch the connector. So it's a different setup, but one I like. But towards the B bomb side we go this time.
With such a lack of mid presence, the fact that they have still been able to force Heroic into this stance to either side means they've been able to achieve what they wanted without all the bodies, without all the U2, and now they can start to limp this out towards B. JDC entering in off the back of the U2, laser focused on that kill towards bench, but jabbi will alleviate that pressure, and now tucking tail the MOUZ. They have to scamper here. They need a solution. They need an opening because there was only 35 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that was perfectly held there from Heroic. The bait and switch towards the bench and bomb site. They got themselves a man advantage, a 5 versus 4. You mentioned the time was low, and now they're in a lot of trouble. They are Molotov'd out from the bomb site. 5-on-3 as well, a decent HE grenade. Doesn't find any damage, but yeah, 20 seconds. I think he might be right here. They're falling back. Dexter towards T-spawn, torchie not far behind. xertioN feels like there might be a kill, but there it is. It's going to be Heroic posting their second. Very clean. Love that hold towards the B bomb side. Playing for information, dropping utility to slow them down. Take all the aggro towards the bench. You've got your teammate mowing them down as they try to enter. They think it's not even worth it. We won't be able to take him down there. There's no flash that will remove his presence. And there we have it. The CT's starting to come to life now. They've got themselves AK-47s. And this was the crossfire talking about. You can see they're just focusing all towards that bench position. And then stavn. Not Molotov'd out this time. Comfortable towards sandwich.
Yeah, and then when you go for those type of plays, you're hoping to isolate fights, but lots of bodies on the sides there. Good crossfires from the Danish side, and well, now back in with another full buy arm MOUZ. There was enough cash to make this one work, but in the next round of play, if they don't save again, it's going to be looking at a bit barren in the buy department. Same scenario, Dexter top mid, trying to sell this as a default round. This time it will be cadiaN searching towards the A ramp here.
Yeah, the Suns look more and more active on the CT side. Another slow-paced round from MOUZ Sports, however. More of a default as they try and hunt for all that mid-control. Grenade down towards underpass. Could catch xertioN off, but he's fine for now. And the bomb's still down in T-spawn. So just waiting for any of that aforementioned CT aggression. None to be found, though. Just cadiaN holding close to that all.
Yeah, a bit more of a traditional default spread here from MOUZ. One player on either of the extremities. You got JDC over towards B. You did have frozen a bit closer towards A during all of this, and the other 3 were all posted around that mid corridor. But the call's being made from Dexter here, starting to regather. The bomb's being scooped. And I would say with the configuration they have right now, a B split could be very likely here.
I think you might be right. Frozen picks up the bomb. JDC will be there in the B apartments with him. xertioN from the underpass will just throw a smoke towards connector, removing all that vision, allowing them to make their way up towards short. So Torchie just looking over it, seeing if anyone resides within that connector. This is a very important kill. jabbi will find it. It's time to fall back as well. They detected the B split. Now JDC to open things up if possible. But TeSeS gets the better of him once again. But there's the split factor. TeSeS backed up by xertioN. Got a huge lead
here.
Bad. Still a chance. That's a great HE grenade.
Okay, well, stavn's already forward here. He's in the thick of things. He might be able to deny this plan. It's a fake. They're going to step into it. Frozen. He'll annihilate stavn. They're setting up in the 2-on-2 at this point. There's lots of utility for cadiaN. The pep in the step could be the problem here. He's flashed over. xertioN will be able to at least find a line, but Torchie's got his, and that's the number of xertioN. It should be cadiaN wanting to scamper on out of town. This one, I know the bomb's got a lot of time, but how are you getting into this? An AWP, 180 degrees to clear? There's no way.
Very well done from MOUZ Sports. That was a 4-on-2 at one stage, but Frozen, Torchie, hold strong. Fake plants coming through, baiting the CTs, managing to eradicate them one by one, and they actually come out on top here. So that's going to be the 6th round for MOUZ Sports. xertioN with no choice but to save the AWP towards CT spawn once again. And you're right, Chad, the B split looking very difficult to manage there. They even got the opening frag on the heroic side, but still, one by one, they were taking down the pressure from the B apartments and the short area. No way to back it up. They were being split in half. So there we have it. There's still enough money to buy on the CT side, but they need to start posting some rounds at this point. It's half starting to get a little bit out of control.
They should have another buy here, so at least there's a chance to respond. Oh, that's a nice one from
through the smoke.
You take those every day of the week, and even with that, not enough.
Still not enough. That was a 4-on-2, but that's the fake plant that yielded this kill, and that was the difference maker there. Torshi holding towards kitchen as well. Once he nails that, all bets are off, and we go into round number 9. Maybe some mid-aggression here. xertioN fancies that mid-pick. They'll have xertioN to deal with those. The flashbangs are exchanged, and stavn towards the underpass.
It's very basic stuff from MOUZ here, but if they were just to execute over towards A right now, the red carpet's rolled out. There's just the one defender of Shush overseeing business. He's not in a power position of Ticker or under the balcony. Actually flashes over top of mid. xertioN being put on a lot of notice here. xertioN needs to be careful about this. We've already seen slight aggression from Heroic around mid and more of an aggressive stance. And once they have the early info, look at this. B app's pushed, mid pushed, now 3 players towards A. This is the reactive Heroic we know and love.
Absolutely true. It's stavn that's got all the information towards B, xertioN patrolling middle. They can deploy a lot of their resources here towards A. The smoke forward CT spawn will be going in momentarily, but they've now got 4 players in the CT forces on this side of the map. Who will come out on top? It's looking very likely to be Heroic. They've read it so well. Flashbanging towards the A ramp to try and gain some access here. JDC leading the charge with the incendiary. That's another 7 seconds. They're held at bay. Frozen completely flashed off towards the palace position. And the CTs, they are smoked out for now, but they are holding them off.
stavn might even catch the kill in the back here. Yep, every day of the week, and now they know they're boxed in. The only way is forward. Time, the biggest issue, and now just getting peeled apart at the seams. xertioN will grab another. Torshi will respond, and if they stand and bang, if they stand and trade, the kills might keep coming. It's just JDC now, left in a 1-on-2 situation, and that'll be it. Really good, aggressive play from Heroic across the map there. They knew this one was coming before MOUZ had even set their sights, so a great response.
Hunting for that intel early on is what it's all about, towards middle, towards the B apartments, and unfortunately for MOUZ, they had no idea they'd been that isolated, running into the lion's den here. 4 CTs ready and waiting. They held them off so long as well. Those incendiaries, the HEs, a bombardment of utility, and a very convincing round, just when they needed it as well. Like 6-2 down on the CT side, that's not a great place to be. And they've actually forced out a pretty weak buy here from MOUZ Sports. It could just be a straight up B play. Contact, I'm assuming, not the rush.
I don't mind this. At least you're not going to have the info play against you if it's a bit quicker in the round. And here they come.
So Tess's a very nice HE grenade. Doesn't actually connect, so it's up to the AWP, but they've actually got past. They've gained access here. xertioN missing shots as well. It's down to Tess's. He's going to be swarmed by those pistols, and the AWP is not connecting whatsoever. xertioN with a chance, but the bomb, it will go down. Flashbangs, and Tess's doing a very good job showing tenacity here on the B bomb side. Can he hold on for one more? He does the damage, and jabbi will pipe in. It's going to be just 4-on-2 here for now. We'll see whether they can close things out cleanly.
I think this should be a pretty simple finish now for poor Frozen. He's getting peppered from all directions. xertioN had a few opportunities. Hey, look, he missed the shots, but he was still applying the pressure. So if we want to try and find the silver lining to those misses, that's it. And starting to settle into this. Only a 2-round game at this juncture. I'm sure Heroic are going to be happy if they can get themselves up to an 8-round game.
Well, here it is. That's going above and beyond for the squad. Lots of damage output there, and Shush to close things out, the AK-47. Few missed shots with the AWP, has to be said, but as long as they win the round, no harm, no foul, I would say, and it's the full eco. So just a smoke towards the window here, and xertioN, please be careful here, Chad. The nade will land behind him, I think, so they'll actually have a chance to spray him down. I say spray, well, they've got Glocks, and it's an opening kill. They might even recover the AWP. I say might, it'll be very difficult to do so. And they've got themselves a couple of kills. They won't be winning the round here, but 3 kills total and a full eco. You can't be too mad at that.
Yeah, there was a TK from Dexter
picked up
as well, so yeah, that definitely, if we framed it, not a great round for Heroic. They'll take it,
not.
But not a great round.
Yeah, scrappy, to say the least, and they lose the AWP. Now, they can purchase back into it and buy one more, but that's a lot more expensive than it had to be. We'll take a tactical timeout to discuss the options here. As we get into round 12, the money pretty decent for MOUZ Sports. It's xertioN with 3,400, though. He'll be down to Galil, and we'll see whether xertioN will right back with the AWP. He does indeed.
Well, this is the coach's opportunity to chime in. This is MOUZ's timeout here. So what is going to be the change of script? I would say that they have been playing very standard Counter-Strike with the defaults and the approaches that we have seen from MOUZ, which has worked out because Heroic's very reactive, right? When they're rotating somewhere else, you can find that gap, you can shoot them in the back. But if they do find the space, that's when you have your biggest drama. So maybe something a little bit more direct from MOUZ here.
Time will tell.
We haven't really had a pace change other than when it was on a lower buy as well. So it would be good to see something a bit more as a unit here.
Well, they haven't done the window smoke for now, just the one towards short. Version with the flashbang to try and gain some mid-control here. 3 players with the bomb as well. There's the flashbang, and the smoke comes in eventually. Grenade followed things up, but they are getting access towards short here, but that's through a gap. Yeah, there must have been. Oh, this is getting a little bit awkward. xertioN, 40 found a gap, but Shush was ready to fill it. 5 on 3, and I guess they just have to go towards B and hope for the best here. They'll be smoked out. JDC playing in front of it. Isolated from his teammates here. If he gets the opening frag, amazing, but he's been detected. He might just have to pull back here.
Yeah, his team were kind of banking on the fact that he'd get through. You can see that Torji was running over to back him up.
I don't mind it either.
Wasn't too far behind either.
If he gets the opening kill and the B bomb side is theirs, they have a chance of winning it. But once he's smoked off, misses the first frag, his chances are very slim of breaking through. So towards underpass they go, hoping to find some aggressive CTs, but they're battening down the hatches, Jad. They won't be hunting for anything.
Well, the only way back into this is Heroic stop watching a choke point and someone gets shot on the side of the head here. So it should be their round. Maybe it will end up being a save again here. Now, a lot of people were in chat, Henry. A lot of people are tuning into ESL Pro League for Week 3, Group C of Season 16. And they're happy to be here. They're going to enjoy the Counter-Strike. But most of them have one question.
Okay.
They want to know when HooXi plays again.
Well...
Everybody wants to know when HooXi's back on the server.
Week 5, I suppose.
It's true.
Yeah.
Probably day 3 of Week 5.
Yeah.
Because they're already in the quarterfinals.
True. First place in the group. Their first team ever to go 10-0 in
Isn't that crazy?
After everything we went through.
Insane.
After all the conversations we had. And just to know, this round is over. They've done a pretty good job to make it as competitive as it was. JDC will survive as well, making an expensive round at least. But there we go. Heroic picking it up. Just one player surviving. That was jabbi. And that's going to be 4 in a row for the CT side. So they were 6-2 down, bear in mind, on the CT MOUZ Sports here. But looking much stronger now. jabbi, like I said, the massive gap there on the right-hand side. Did he body block it, or...? I'm not sure.
I don't know. If you're doing that one stalled out as well, you'd be hope it's landing correctly. Something as standard as a window smoke. But the AK-47 and some pistols walking around 13 here. So salvaging this half are Heroic, but this will be the defining factor. Are Heroic able to keep it clean and tidy? They can't even get to a total of 9 here.
Wouldn't be bad at all, would it? A great resurgence, a response from Heroic here, and again, aggressive. Hunting for intel. They've been very good at that in recent rounds, and probing towards A. JDC, remember this is just a partial buy. He saved the AK-47, had no follow-up cash, and well, even less now, he'll be removed from the equation.
I think that's one of the key details, right? Making sure you're always flashing for your A anchor to go for those peaks towards Tetris and Ramp. So if anybody wants to tighten up their Mirage at home, that's one of the factors maybe to look at. But jabbi, are you a knifer? You're not really a knifey boy. You're a shooty boy. And, well, there's the perfect demonstration of a shooty boy.
I don't think anyone should be knifing in these sort of situations.
I love it.
I know you do.
Because I'm not playing.
Yeah, it's always when I'm commentating, no players go for those sort of picks, and it never works out with a knife. It's always seen when I'm on the mic, it's never a good idea.
Well, they want to get... What a blunder. Everybody wants one of those.
Okay, I guess they want to have that.
Henry.
They want to have their moment. I get it.
Why has he done that for?
I understand. Everyone would like to have that as part of their playing repertoire, but I just recommend against it.
Have you considered, you know, there's those websites where people sign up, like it's like different celebrities and stuff, and then you know for like $2 you can send a personalized message.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Steve Mahone, and
I'll be having a birthday blunder.
Yeah, exactly. You could do that. You could send personalized Henry G messages.
Maybe we'll have to set it up. Yeah.
If you guys at home want a personalized Henry G message, use the hashtag ESL Pro League and tag Henry and I, and let us know if we get enough. If we get enough of the.
We'll do some for free to show you what we're capable of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
The first 5 will be free. Yeah.
But we didn't do anything for free around here.
No, well, we got to get the wheels in motion, you know, show people what I'm capable of. I do have 2 catchphrases, I believe, so that'll be exciting. Either way, it's going to be the penultimate round here. Number 14. And that's a kill, surely. xertioN. He had stavn dead to rights. Perfect flashbang there from Dexter. Utility usage looking very, very nice here, as that's max damage HE towards 2 players, and jabbi will come in and finish them both off. He wasn't aware of the second player there, and it's actually a man advantage for MOUZ.
Oh, that's a putting your pipe and smoke it type situation with that HE, but oh, look at the repeats. This constant aggression from Heroic just all across the map. They're not ready for it. Torji goes down. They're all just surging towards middle. xertioN, we know you're around here somewhere. He's going to pluck Shush out of the pack. Now they know that there's multiple members. The steps are being made. The fights keep coming, and Heroic just looking to stand and bang here.
It's an absolute battlefield, and it will be xertioN coming out on top for now, but they still have JDC to contend with. He's done a lot of damage. He absolutely can. He has no utility, but 100 HP, and has the information as to where both players are. Remember, Tess has got the kill towards underpass, and he's seeing xertioN now. We'll see whether this is possible. JDC lines himself on the bomb site. Time ticking away. If he can just get one kill and isolate the other, that will be enough. He's doing so much work here. The pressure being applied, but it will be xertioN with the wallbang to close things out. A little bit of fortune going in their favor, Chad.
We've seen that wallbang before, haven't we? Good stuff
we absolutely have.
xertioN there. He's going to scoop up this, and now they've won the half, 8-6. They've really stalled out the onslaught from MOUZ that came early. The pistol with the 2 conversions off the back of it. They had a couple of early dotted gun rounds to keep Heroic in the bin, financially speaking.
Right.
But now we're talking 6 rounds on the trot for Heroic here to take the lead on the half.
Sure.
And this is looking much better from them.
To be fair, it was a rough campaign. They went down 3-0, won the first gun round, a very closely contested one, then lost the follow-up 2. So their money was broken, 6-2 down, but have fully recovered. Since they found their confidence and a bit of footing, these pushes, these intel gathering missions have been spectacular. And you're right, they've got the lead here and potentially could get the 9-6 up against a full array of AK-47s. Disparity with the grenade as well, but there's jabbi once more opening things up. That's from Shaw, takes down the in-game leader. He has been, hasn't he?
Kills for him, right? This is filling the shoes of Refresh. If jabbi, they're able to get more out of him than they were from Refresh. We know that Tessa, Shush, stavn, they're all very plucky riflers. They can do it all. Anybody able to put up numbers for this Heroic roster. And then if xertioN can find some form on the AWP, that's the next question mark. You can see Spawn littered with flashes here. That's the, I want to say, luxury of having these 6-round stretch, a bit of extra cash left over. Don't know if they'll come into play into a round like this, but the window boost for xertioN as he's trying to look, I was going to hope for some space. Just time for now. A minute on the clock.
Plenty of time for anything to happen, I would say. Sure, not looking good. Are there any silver linings though? There's a smoke.
Oh, they've been good at like, rolling and trading late.
The B bomb site hasn't worked out for them though. I'll say that much. They haven't really been granted access.
On the split it was, but yeah, that was it.
But
screwed here, surely. How do you get past this?
This is looking nice. This is an old school setup. The old bait and switch. The grenade might be a little bit deep, but actually it's perfect. That's about 70 damage total there. The Molotov.
Only 2 players here on the side.
Back, but here we go. jabbi has been brought online. It's a beautiful B setup there. xertioN with nothing left to do. It's going to be 9-6. What a tremendous comeback that was, Chad. You have to say.
Beautiful stuff from Heroic. It's what you want to see here. We know that they have the bogey pit coming up next of Dust 2, a map that we haven't seen either team play in quite some time, but that's the half. 9-6 on the nose in favor of Heroic on MOUZ's choice. They get to go to the CT side, the easier side, coming up after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey Future Pros! I wanted to show you an alternate way to take some mid control on Mirage. To get the most out of this, you'll need 4 Future Pros, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE. Future Pro number 1, you'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, stand beside the stairs, aim at the wire above the corner of the building, then just throw the smoke. Future Pro number 2, you will throw the smoke that lands on the mid-ramp. Stand at the opposite end of the stairs as Future Pro 1. Place the tip of your smoke over this dark smudge. Then just throw the smoke. A note for this, you will need the classic view model to line this one up. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing a couple of supporting flashes. To throw your first, run towards this wooden beam. While against the beam, aim just to the right of the bottom of this line. Running jump throw the flash to blind anyone who could have a good spawn. Then toss your second flash into the ramp smoke. Future pro number 4, you will actually get to utilize this nifty ramp smoke, but first bank a molly off this wall which will land behind the ramp smoke. Also toss a HE into mid if you want. Now you get to sit behind the smoke and look for some fights. Listen out for some burn damage, as a CT will think their best option might be to play behind the smoke. From the CT perspective, you can see it'll be very difficult to spot a T over the smoke. So good luck.
Our expectations here, I would say, we had like pretty productive bootcamp, I would say, but yeah, we were pretty known to be doing good in practices. So my expectations is definitely like make it to the playoffs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what we're gonna show on the server.
Good afternoon, gamers. You join us here for the inaugural game of Group C. We have Heroic taking on MOUZ Sports, and a game of two halves, Chad, for sure. It was 6-2 for MOUZ Sports to kick things off, but Heroic came online. The aggressive CT pushes worked out tremendously well for them, and they have a solid lead here as we move over to their T-side campaign.
Yeah, they've got 3 decoys as well, so this is curious in itself. I want to see what those are.
I'm a decoy fan, you know that.
Yeah, they don't get too much love, and the 1xBet odds are loving Heroic.
I guess it would be like presenting grenades, entering a bomb site, baiting out utility before you went in, perhaps. That would be a cool way to do it.
I guess they're fortunate, if you're MOUZ, that there is no utility to get baited out as 5 sets of Kevlar being purchased. But you bang on with the concept right there. You see them flying over the sky, you hear the ping get pulled, maybe you over-rotate with a defensive smoke or Molotov. This is really feeling things out here. This is a safe first date.
Yeah. It's all quiet on the Western Front for now, though. We'll see whether Heroic have got something interesting up their sleeve. Towards the underpass we go. A split looking likely. They've got a single smoke here. Going to be deployed right here, right now, towards that connector position. Frozen trying to body block it any way he can, try and get a gap if possible. But if anything, it's worked out perfectly. They've taken that vision away, and we'll be able to get inside connector. Oh, that flash is brutal. Can he get out? It was close. xertioN makes a bit of a meal of it. That's another player towards the CT spawn position, but it's stavn and jabbi opening things up towards A. This is looking very promising indeed. torchie with a lot to do.
Oh, can you see the toes?
But the spins are coming in, and it's just torchie now, and stavn will close things down with the P250. A nice slow round there. A smoke that comes through, a very decent flashbang up towards the window boost as well, and it was just a snowball from that point. Exist is loving it.
xertioN's, you know, he's calm, he's collected here. It's the first game. It's the first map of this best of 3 in a game which I think a lot of people would have had pegged in about a 45-55, maybe 50-50, all things considered. We did see Heroic play at Blast, right? They're one of the partner teams over there. And then we got to see, well, MOUZ play with Bemis earlier, qualified for the RMRs. Now, actually, everybody's getting fired up. I thought they were pretty calm.
I thought they were as well, but that meant a lot to them.
I guess I was wrong.
All right, let's get fired up as well.
Admitting that one.
Let's go.
stavn, out A ramp now. The AK in his hand. The scout for torchie. It's going to spot one up towards the pounce position now. Pressure applied towards middle as bullets coming through the board. Dexter! He's going to have an absolute zinger. But jabbi draws one back.
Desert Eagles are out in full force, and they are singing loud and proud. xertioN with the double. That's through the smoke, and they've actually got the man advantage. 4 versus 2. torchie can end things right here, right now. The scout shot eludes him, and maybe a slight advantage for Heroic with the bomb planted. CT spawn control. They can definitely pull this one back in their favor. A lot of damage being done. It's down to Shush, though. If he could be flashed in, that would be great, but there's no utility to speak of. He'll just have to duck and weave and box his way out of this one. Spots a first player. That's an easy kill. Frozen will give it up, but he's just going to stay alive here.
Rosen's doing a great job. He's keeping the focus. Both of them are coming to clear this while space is being taken by the other CTs. They're in the site now. Time is the biggest issue. There's a kit on xertioN here. The Galil, they know where that is, but they don't know where jabbi is. The left, right, good night. It's going to go the other way, and the defuse comes through. The rifle scooped up, and a great round for MOUZ to bring themselves back into this matchup.
That is absolutely huge there. They'll recover 2 AK-47s and a Galil, but it's xertioN, the man at the moment there. The double deagle kill. Incredible precision. Dexter opening up the fragging here as well, the in-game leader with a strong shot, and this was spectacular. That was the shot, the 90-degree flick.
Oh!
Barely could see him. Not sure if he could, but we'll take it either way. And then they had a kit, as you mentioned. They can apply a lot of pressure with the fake defuse. The scout rumbles the players towards the CT spawn position. It's a full eco here. Heroic will have to buy up next round.
The pauses on those replays are great, right? Because they show you where the crosshair was just before they course correct the pinpoint precision shot. So the Deagle is one of the best weapons to see that. With that, the AK and the USP, right?
Sure.
And I guess the AWP flick can be pretty gnarly too. But this should be Farming Simulator featuring MOUZ. They're all sitting on their tractors. They're, what do you do to the field? Do you plow the field?
You plow the fields, you do.
They need to harvest the crops.
Harvest the crops.
You need to sow the seeds.
Sow the seeds. Water the flowers.
Well, this round has a bit of everything, right? So the crops are heroic,
right?
So that harvest is going to, it's going to give them a bit of money, right? Because they're going to sell this stuff. So the money, and you know, see how I'm trying to make this work.
It's really working.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. There's something there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not really a farmer by trade.
You like to wear a pair of dungarees though every now and then.
Yeah, that's it.
Straw hat.
Denim dungarees and a straw hat on a sunny day.
That's the way it should be.
Barefoot.
Exactly. That would suit you down to a T, I'd say.
But, and I have them cut off in shorts.
Yep. That would be a very strong look. So, 5 players, 4 heroic towards middle, as you mentioned. A full eco here. Should make light work of it. That is MOUZ Sports, and indeed they will. 1 kill picked up, and that's about what you'd expect. To be fair, it's Dexter that goes down. He's currently on 6 and 12. And we reach round number 19. So, as mentioned, it was the full eco for heroic. They will have a pretty weak buy here, all things considered. They'll have the AKs, armor, no AWP, and bare bones utility, I would say. Let's see what they can make of that.
Not a great start for my fantasy team either. I have Tessus, Shush, Torji, and Dexter. So,
yeah.
It's all right. It's a long week ahead. Okay, lovely spot here by Jay, the gun watcher. You can see the vent hasn't been broken. We know that's the warning system. Their boost window, and they want to flank CT spawn over towards the B or the A site. They will need to break that vent. So keep that in the back of your mind. We'll see if it comes into play. As MOUZ have operated with quite an aggressive A-ramp stance. It is going to be Torji at the top of connector peering down and over towards B. xertioN on short, and JDC up towards the B apartments, just peeking for any info. But right now, heroic, they're not in a rush. They're not getting stuck into early fights. They are working on this mid control as a smoke and connector smoke in unison are lobbed out. Taking basic map control here as they swing forward for the fight. Torji over the top of the smoke, the flames, the kill. That's Tessus in the dirt.
Yeah, very nice work there. Didn't cost them anything. A freebie, if you will, and they've got the man advantage. This is their pick as well, Mirage. Looking to tie things up, find a couple more rounds, and jabbi's been incredibly impressive. He's got 19 kills so far, and they've actually got full control of the A-ramp. xertioN, he could be in trouble here. They've got the smoke deployed. That'll buy them another 20 seconds, and time is of the essence at this point as we hit the 40-second mark.
There's even another smoke for the CTs over towards Ticket right now. You can see that on your radar.
Right.
If you take a look at that at home, everybody, if this does get into a diffuse... Oh, this boost is perfect. Dexter's going to take both. It looked good. It looked like they'd found the solution to the problem.
Yeah, I think you're right. jabbi will fight his way out of the palace, but unfortunately for him, Frozit's got it on the lock and key. stavn, the last player remaining here. An awkward fight towards the window. Nothing he can do with it, and that's a very, very clean round for MOUZ Sports. Dexter can't believe his luck.
Yeah, that's beautiful. 2 easy kills right there. The missed shot on the boost. The tower falls. Dexter takes out both of them there, and good job from the in-game leader. This is the opening kill from Torji here. Seemed too easy. He was able to get in, get out, get away. Oh, and that nade was also coming into play, so this is the end for them.
Well, airstrike towards the A-ramp. And heroic are going to let these last few rounds slide. They've just got Desert Eagles, no armor here. And just going to be probing things out, see if they can find some 1-digs. But I dare say they won't get given the opportunity. It'll be very difficult to open up the A site. jabbi fancies it though. Shush will have to sit back and wait, and there it is. Without the armor, even a couple of licks of the bullets will take you down to almost nothing.
Yeah, so here's the deal, right? On the T side, we're not going to expect so much from Shush unless it's a clutch, because he's one of these more anchor players on the CT side, so he's a bit quiet at the moment. It's going to be interesting where this firepower on the T side comes from. xertioN with the AWP searching for kills might have to activate here. We know that stavn and Tessus like to get stuck into the thick of it. jabbi's already been able to display a bit of that. Back towards this second letter of the alphabet. Lots of control over towards the A ramp for Dexter. He can even start getting them to cheat over to help out xertioN and JDC on this B site. And there's flashes, sure, but they're going to have to be perfect flashes.
Well, Shush will go down and confirm that no one else is there. And you're right, here come the flashes. I dare say just flash at this point, and JDC fully affected, so they have been given a chance to get out of the window here, but xertioN finds a great shot. Can they find anything more? I don't think the bomb will be going down. That pretty much confirms it. JDC keeps things nice and clean as they go 10-10. We're all tied up, Chad.
Well, this is the thing with this series, right? It almost felt like a 3-mapper regardless of the maps. I didn't think it was going to matter too much.
With Dust2 thrown in the mix, though, the curveball, if Aurora can find Mirage, maybe MOUZ weren't expecting it. I guess that's the only caveat to that.
Well, I was talking about it before, right? I had a little bit of a look. I think it was last year in September was the last time Heroic had played Dust2.
Yeah.
And then it was earlier in the RMRs this year where MOUZ had also played Dust2. But other than that, it's not a map that these two teams frequent, which is why we were talking about the change. And speaking of change, Aggressy down middle. Torchy's going to find stavn.
Freebie almost. Nothing that could be done in response, and a little bit of damage there from the residual flames. Flashbang towards the A ramp, and it's going to be looking towards Palace here. Throws a grenade over towards that position as well. And we've actually got pretty much everyone in towards T-spawn. jabbi towards the underpass. There's a smoke towards the window position. Nicely thrown. The spin on it.
Doing the difficulty level quite hard there, xertioN, with that one.
Yeah.
But if Torchy keeps finding these openings, it's going to make life very difficult for Heroic here. They have regrouped a little bit earlier. There's still a minute on the clock. And I think they're just going to try and brute force their way out of apartments. On the fade, Torchy's crossed. Like ships in the 9 in this connector position for now. jabbi, he can be the difference maker here. He may have found a gap. Torchy ready for it in the AWP. Up close and personal with the scope in play. Stalls the frozen. He's going to do it himself. And there's Torchy for the final frag. That seemed way too easy.
Very clean, very concise. The opening pick there from Torchy. Wasn't even challenged there whatsoever, just a freebie on his plate. He did very well to get the second kill towards the connector. I can't believe he hit that shot, but you're right. Didn't even have to break a sweat there, as we'll take a tactical timeout. Heroic feeling the pressure somewhat.
It's not like they didn't have their chances. They won the pistol, then they lost to the force spike. So they're in this mess by their own little mistakes here into round number 2 of the second half. It's now 5 consecutive rounds. Only one of those rounds, the bomb's gone down. And that was when they were on the buy, and it was the force from MOUZ. So they need to change this tune. It's likely to see a half buy here. Something a little bit more set piecey could be the play, and this was the kill that really, really set the round in MOUZ's favor. Good stuff from Frozen at range.
Very nice from Frozen, actually. And yeah, as you mentioned, Torchy, strong as you like, opening kill, combative towards the second, and cleans things up with the third. AK-47's available on the CT side as well. Things just get harder and harder for Heroic here. They'll be here with the Tech 9, Speed 250s, a partial buy, if you will, and xertioN just trying to see if he can beat the utility towards B. Make a little bit of noise there as well. Keep them interested on that side of the map, stop them pushing forward. Shush will be towards the Palace. They have got a lot of utility here, Chad. To be fair, they don't want to do anything too quickly.
And that's why I think that xertioN is so far ahead here, because he's just trying to bait out utility and get information.
He's making that noise on purpose.
Well, I assume they do want to finish. Wow, they could finish either site with all this util, right? You could theory craft executes on both sides. Very simple to do an A execute, CT. You got the up down of stairs and also the crossfoot connector / jungle. You could smoke deep towards connector and jungle, jump and swarm stairs, try and isolate a defender there as the CT smoke comes into play. It is looking like A. There's also 3 Molotovs in play. You get one dark, you can get one in towards sandwich, you get one firebox. There's a lot of options here for Heroic.
Yeah, you said you wanted to see something a bit more of a set-piece mentality, Chad. You've certainly got it. Here's the execution. Can they find the opening kill? They have isolated the player towards connector. That's xertioN. Dexter, he's been ran down. He had no idea. Blind on the bomb side. Torchy now will have to be activated. He's got a player right in front of him as he jump up on ticket booth. He thinks better of it. Needs the backup from his teammates here. And they've got a lot of territory on the map. xertioN fighting back, though. Can he find the second kill? They're being overwhelmed.
Those just draw one back here. They haven't just scrambled into this. They're taking the fights as they're coming their way. And oh, that's a huge kill from JDC. A 2-on-3 situation. JDC low, frozen forward, and that's all the kills. Now, looked flustered for a moment, but they were keeping their cool, right? MOUZ were keeping their cool. They weren't just running through the smokes. They realized they lost Dexter. It's all good. We still have the number advantage, the weapon advantage, as well as the util advantage. The number advantage went the other way, but against the pesky pistols, not too much of a concern.
Yeah, all things considered. Only 2 players going down. Sure, they gave it the bomb plant, but they were buying up regardless. So xertioN didn't panic there, didn't force the issue, waited for the backup to come through, and JDC certainly delivered in that respect. Frozen is closing out the round there, gets the defuse, and they've got quite a solid lead here, 12-10, after being 9-6 down at half. MOUZ Sports looking very handy on the CT side of their map pick. Orb of cadiaN this time looking for any jump spots towards the B apartments.
Probably a bit of proving as well, I imagine, for this MOUZ roster with the change they made last minute with the Beamer situation. Also bringing in more players from the academy to say, hey, look, we were winning in the academy leagues. There's a reason we brought these boys, even though, you know, there's some conversation about experience. Are they necessarily up for the task? Well, this group is a fantastic place for them to ply their trade.
It's looking great so far, Chad, if you ask me. This CT side has been a little bit short of perfect, I would say. Just 1 round given up. That was the pistol and an A execution. So another set piece here from Heroic, and they've got all 5 players on this side of the map. Dexter, he's under the balcony for now, and Frozen will join him.
Key piece of information, they just boosted up towards the B balcony right now with Torchi's AWP. So if he calls it clear, this could free JDC up, but it might be too little too late. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Execute now being lined up.
Surely they Molotov this spot. Here it comes. But it's the first kill for Dexter. And I feel like they know Frozen is there as well. Yeah, they absolutely do. He'll be going down. That HE is going to find him no problem whatsoever. An advantage for Heroic for the first time in any of these gun rounds, to be honest with you. They still have to deal with xertioN, who's been a nuisance, a thorn in their side. As the smoke subsides here, they've actually missed the flashbang, but not the shot. That's great work from cadiaN. AWP secures the round. Torchi, nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I was ready though. I was like, yeah, MOUZ, I'm about to take it to the next level. Yeah, and do the whole thing with the academy players. Sure. We can really build into something there. We'll see. We'll workshop it. We'll go out by the pool. We'll grab a... what's a cocktail people will have by the pool?
Mojito, maybe? A pina colada?
Yeah, I'm not really into the cocktails. We could just have a beer. That would work too.
Cheeky beer, yeah.
Or with a couple of ideas, brainstorm some stuff.
Yeah, I can't imagine you with a big fruity cocktail
Slushy cocktail with
umbrellas and straws and sparklers coming out of it. That's not really your style.
Not really a me thing.
But Torchi, as we mentioned, saving the AWP. Much better from Heroic. You said you wanted to see those set pieces, Chad, and they seem to be working for them. A bit of a... No, yeah, like a bit of a strange setup in terms of like they went for the double. Unfortunately, they got the opening kill, but having to extinguish the flame suggested there was a second player there, and he had no chance whatsoever. So I doubt they'll be running that setup again. But Heroic closed the gap to just 1 round here. Round number 24, another tactical timeout just to discuss their options, catch their breath. Heroic now posted 2 rounds on their T side after giving up 6 in a row.
Now, this is an important timeout, I think, because if MOUZ are still in the power position to try and close this as quick as they like, they will get another buy in the next round of play, even if they lose this. They've done a great job of building a bank. You can see here,
yes,
Torchi still has over 7K. You've got over 6 grand on Frozen as well. So everybody should be close enough to getting a pretty strong buy into the next round, regardless of what happens here. But this will draw things back up 12-12. So if you're MOUZ, it's an important turning point in the game to make sure that you're keeping this distance from Heroic.
Well, here we go. Maybe another set piece, Jab. It's working for him. All 5 players head towards the A side of the map once again. Torchi boosted up towards the B apartment. And as I mentioned, though, he'll get no intel unless he pushes forward.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
I think you're right.
No presence towards middle whatsoever. Here it comes. The wave, the onslaught, the util is just coming over.
Gets stuck in. Frozen will be the first line of defense, and he'll get the first kill, but I doubt he gets the second. It's going to be a back-and-forth affair here. xertioN will maintain the lead, and he's done a boatload of damage as well. 4 versus 3, but the walking wounded make their way in towards the A bomb site, and just a matter of time before they give this one up. The bomb's in a very awkward spot on top of Tetris, and Clamp is closing tighter and tighter. Flanks coming in from T-Spawn. CTs with the man advantage, and just have to look for picks here. They do recover the bomb, managing to jump up there, so not too bad.
It didn't look like it was a great spot, did it?
No, they've only got a single Molotov remaining, and the CTs don't have to push anymore.
Look at all the use for JDC. You've got Molly on Dexter as well. As they try and make their way into the site here to try and plan. Oh, Dexter is spreading, and that's a great shot. All right, maybe that's something. Still very unlikely here, but a good shot from xertioN. It's turned into a leg shot back. So I'm getting excited, maybe all for naught here. The rifle of xertioN steps out. The bomb drops once again, and he'll even find the last kill of the round. So maintaining this 2-round advantage, MOUZ, 13-11 now, just 3 more to close. And a good adjustment that was made.
Absolutely. Didn't get caught with the pants down that time. It was the A execution once again from Heroic, but xertioN and co. hold on tight. Managed to send them packing. No bomb planted, but as you mentioned, the money was pretty decent on either side. There's at least one more buy for Heroic, but they are running out of time, running out of rounds. 13-11, and MOUZ Sports looking to close things out here on their CT half. So another tactical timeout.
Exist doesn't look worried to me. Got a bit of a smirk on his face. Looks like they're doing all right here. We did see Heroic before in some shots after a round that I didn't think they were getting fired up, getting very fired up. So we know this team does get emotionally invested. But remember, this is 5 days of play. There's 6 teams per group. Every team plays each other in a best of 3. And this group here is hard to call. Astralis, ENCE, Complexity, Heat, and of course, MOUZ and Heroic on your screens right now. 3 teams will be advancing to the playoffs in a couple weeks' time. And this is an important runway for a lot of these squads leading into the RMRs.
Absolutely.
The Rio Major is in about 47 days. The RMRs are in about 20 days. So it's all going to come extremely quick.
Quick as you like, all happening here in sunny Malta. As we get into round 26, Shush, he spotted a gap here. I dare say he's going to exploit it. A beautiful sequence there, Chad. Oh. He does tremendous work on this B bomb site. Call it done. This round's over. Takes matters into his own hands and actually going to finish up towards A as well.
This is a little bit sketch because Dexter's still here.
Yeah, they've actually...
I don't think they're ready for Dexter right now. They have to be considering this at some point. Dexter's going to come in. Oh, they've heard the steps just in time. And poor Dexter.
Yeah, that could have fallen apart very quickly. Well spotted. But if he denies a plant and gets that second kill, who knows what kind of tomfoolery would have ensued. But Frozen, not much to be said about his position towards CT spawn, but that was all about Shush there. Spots the gap and exploits it.
I did mention you wouldn't be getting too much from him on the T side, but that little volley of flashes he threw into the B bomb site with the support of his teammates was fantastic. So he had no issue just jumping in first, launching himself into those duels. Isolates multiple members here and some tidy shots to boot, but Frozen's hanging around. He does have a kit here. He
wouldn't.
Into a vac. There's no time anyway, so as much as it would have been fun,
yeah,
I think we will just leave this one. That's going to be 13-12. We're back to a 1-round game.
Well, difficult to find consistent results with the one-man attack towards B, but they'll take it all day long there. Well done to Shush. Very impressive. The second kill especially. Looks very calm and controlled, if you ask me, as we enter round number 26. Here's the replay, that flashbang towards the site.
Spotted him as well off that flash.
Yeah, you're right. Big kill on JDC. Eradicates xertioN. And it's actually an A finish, which could have fallen apart, but that was the kill that saved the day from stavn. Well done.
That's one of the moments where the comms just go like nuts. Like, sounds like CT. You know, like, you're trying to plant the bomb and you hear a step. Like, boys, cover me. Oh, that's a nice nade right there. Going to soften up too as Torji having a little bit of a looky-loo. He's in the face of stavn right now. The barrel's being spotted, but the shot is crisp. Quick stuff. Torji, knife out, dead to rights. jabbi gets one back, but this opener is going to throw the round into a bit of disarray here.
Absolutely. Whatever set piece Heroic had in mind, that's what's been working out for them. Now have to recalculate. Work out where they stand in the round.
Hard clear here.
jabbi might be good for one. I dare say two will be a tall order. Gets nothing. xertioN. The probe towards the B apartments works out perfectly. They've actually got a decent man advantage here, 4 versus 3. And we've just got Tesses making his way through middle. Get himself in towards Venom.
Good gap that he's found here, though. This is a very good gap that he's found, because if he keeps making his way up short, it's just the one man towards the back of the site. xertioN, he's on his lonesome. He's been left to his own devices here. The other two coming in from the B apartments in the rotation. Starting to come over now, but will it be here in time? xertioN now spotted towards the back of the bench, and Molly's going to come. It's going to flush him forward into a fight. It's too deep. It's too deep. He can stand and deliver here. Tessus will still get it. It's a 3-on-3, and the kills keep coming. Shush, the perfect timing. This is looking rough for MOUZ.
It absolutely is.
The money situation has to come into question now. Do they go for this?
Dexter's towards the B apartments, or Frozen, I should say. We'll see whether they can find anything to justify going for the full retake at this point. I would say probably not worth it. They've got an incendiary. If Dexter can find a shot, or if Frozen can do something like that, that's the kill towards the van. Now, they might as well go for it. It's up to the AWP to defend. So to come right down to the wire here. frozen, can he find the second? He absolutely can. xertioN fighting on the back foot, and it's fallen apart.
Doesn't have a, oh, I was going to say he doesn't have a kit. He can scoop one up. That was just in time there for Dexter, so he's going to get the clutch next to his name. But that was frozen. That was some great shooting from him coming through the apartments. And that was around that Heroic. It didn't really feel like they had too much of a chance. The fact they get the plant, the fact they make that interesting, that was good from the Danes, but better here from the international squad. They scoop it up. It wasn't the most convincing, but right now, 14-12, just a 2-round lead and 2 rounds for this map to come to its close.
It all started with this little tactical push towards the B apartments as well. Actually found themselves in a difficult spot. We were speculating as to whether they had to save, but frozen manages to get some very quick kills towards the van, and they defuse 14-12. You can see what it means to them. This is a big game in the group.
They are really invested. Like, this is great, right? You know, no one's coming in here going, yeah, these are games that we can just slouch on. Everyone is quite fired up here this morning. jabbi versus torji. The battle is old as time.
Yeah, and he's been hitting these close-range shots. jabbi, nice and patient, though. Same goes for the rest of his team, spread out across the map. All quiet for now. Does torji want to push forward here? See if he can get intel at least. Teammates starting to clear underpass. And not really any utility thrown on the T side whatsoever, Chad.
Who blinks first? This is an observer's worst nightmare. The fact that these players are so close to each other.
Offering himself up.
Lamb to the slaughter right here. jabbi should have this every day of the week. Dexter's going to take that one. Only had one angle to clear. torji had the other. Thank you very much.
Any damage really as well. That's quite insane.
Caught sleeping.
MOUZ Sports looking for map points here. They've got the 5-on-4. frozen, hearing these jumps towards middle, and I dare say he'll do some damage there, but unfortunately not. Steps into flames. Tessa's flash will take him down. Up to torji here. Oh, another flashbang that's very effective. Dexter hitting towards sandwich as well. So torji goes down. He'll have to deliver. That's a great first shot to open things up. And Dexter, there he is. He's activated from the sidelines. And they know exactly where stavn resides here. 20 seconds remaining. Can't get the kill. xertioN to close things out. And they have found map points on the CT side here, looking very promising to pick up this first map.
Wham bam, thank you, man. We've got 22 kills in the column for frozen, 20 for xertioN with this squad, getting the promotion up to the main team alongside of his, former teammates and teammates again of JDC with 19, torji with 18, and Dexter, the in-game leader, bringing up the rear with 13 to his name. On the other side, the scores on the doors. jabbi's had a great performance, 22 kills from him, 17 for stavn, Tessus with 16, and then 13 apiece for xertioN and Shush. So that's how the lay of the land is in the fragging department here. But the cash situation, just enough for some AKs for most of Heroic here. The emissions looking likely for xertioN, Galil with util. jabbi might have to make the same decision.
Well, it all comes down to this for Heroic. 3 rounds in a row required. It's their opponent's pick, but it was looking very promising at one stage for them. This CT campaign for MOUZ Sports has been nothing short of spectacular. Galil's AK-47s, bare bones utility. Round number 28, a tall order for the Danes as torji continues the aggression towards middle. xertioN, Molotov, they're taking a lot of damage here, Chad. I dare say he's going down, and indeed frozen will burn him to a crisp.
Overstayed his welcome there, didn't he? That is a very bad death here from the in-game leader to give away, all things considered. And they might keep coming, but stavn, it's actually going to find a kill. There's no immediate response. There's no fight back just yet. MOUZ, they can't avenge torji. He will have to sit and wait as it is a pretty early 4-on-4 with 1:20 left on the clock. Shusha's got this room towards sandwich here, so investigating over towards A. He could call the teammates back. There's still enough time for them to go around the world and help assault this A bomb site. I want to come up connector, and that is going to be a bit of an issue. Dexter and frozen are both having quizzical glances, and there's some info. Frozen's seen enough, but here comes Shush to peek on out. He's got the info. They know Dexter's here as well. 1 and done, and they're into the site. 2-on-3. xertioN now. He's seen 2 players putting pressure on the side. The bomb is getting planted default.
Well, here we go then. At 3 versus 2, xertioN, JDC, trying to find the map victory right here, right now. They're going for it. The AK-47. That's investigating towards the bomb site. 20 kills to his name so far. We need a couple more to guarantee this round. stavn towards CT.
I'll be able to get stavn here. If he clears CT, this is a free kill. stavn's not going to be ready for this.
Oh, is he ever though? He is ready, and that's an insane shot. It looked like he was shooting the sky, Chad.
What on earth happened there? stavn with the spidey senses tingling, and now JDC, you better save, mate. The loss bonus, there's none of it. They're coming for you. They're taking the fights. They want his gun, and stavn, the hero of the round, will get the final kill. They're still in it. They are still in it. Oh.
Just about. I don't know how he hits that shot. We need to see the replay. It looked like the mouse fell off the desk. It's going up into the sky. He loses control of the garden hose, but somehow a stray bullet will connect. And we've got to see it. So, yeah, look, he's got... What's it gone up there?
It's like he's got a hair on the sensor.
Yeah,
you know, it's
exactly. I thought it would look strange, but nothing like that.
Whoa.
Good Lord.
All right.
We are going to have a 15-14 game, chat. This is a full eco. MOUZ Sports with the B stack, USPs, P250s, and in we go. Jabbi, perfect weapon for the job here. The Mac 10, but the flashbang's pretty decent as well. Trying to work out if the stack does reside here. It does, but this should be absolutely fine. She gives a little bit of trouble their way, but overall, round completed. 15-14. It all comes down to number 30. All the rounds here. Maybe the bonus rounds on the horizon.
Yeah, well, Dexter's going to get found out here any second. There it is, and just the one-man standing of Frozen. But the issue is, it's only the 1900 is the loss bonus into the next, right? So when you take a look, there's still going to be skimp on. It's going to be so close here, right? We're going to be talking, just over the 4K mark for most of the players. So it's not going to be the best buy you've ever seen. They're still going to be working with some emissions. It's not going to be a perfect round.
JDC with 4100 right now.
Does he do the AWP for Torji?
That's what I'm thinking. And Frozen is actually making this quite interesting. I don't know what's happening, but if he gets a third, God, that would be a nightmare. But he gets himself $600 on top of the money Chad mentioned. So there's the AWP, and it will be purchased and thrown over to Torji. And he's been great at the opening picks, to be fair to him, so you want that to be online. And can they close things out? xertioN will also purchase the AWP. Remember, they had Mac 10s in the previous round, knowing they're up against the full eco.
It's not going to be a kit here unless Dexter chooses a... Okay, he's gone for flashes over the kit. So there's no kit.
They come back to hold them.
Side. That's the biggest question right now. A minute and 50 seconds to find out.
Well. What a game it's been to open things up here at Group C. A great showing from both teams on Mirage. Heroic just need one round now to take us to overtime. Back and forth we go.
Looks like they want to send stavn in here to have a gander. Just see what's on the other side. Trying to identify this setup, at least apply some pressure, open a gap elsewhere. Floating with these flashes. xertioN's big stalwart down towards the underpass. Torji's been facilitated over towards B. So a bit of a read here from both teams. How's a gambling that it may be this finish. Torji will lob out his smoke. It's going to buy them a little bit of time, but the fight can come no matter what. I wouldn't say this is indecision from Heroic right now, but they're still trying to work out where they do want to conclude this round.
CT's running out of fuel. A couple of smokes remain. The spin ball from xertioN towards the window. Hits the mark, as you would expect. And here we go towards middle. Maybe looking towards that B split, Chad. We have got Jabbi towards the B apartments.
Torji's still here.
He still is, you're right.
The strong B setup right now for MOUZ. Very strong. That's the first. This is just going to fall apart for Heroic. I think they're going into the AWP. Torji's grabbed one. JDC. They didn't account for him. Poking his head out the window. Hello. Thank you very much. Shush now out of Palace. The last man standing at 1-on-5 with 20 seconds. The bomb down mid. I don't think so. He's grabbed the first, but that's going to be the last. xertioN comes in, and fantastic work for him. 22 kills in the roster, in the main squad, getting it done, and MOUZ on their map pick will pick up the victory.
They absolutely do. That sets the tone for Group C. We know it's going to be close clashes every single game, every single map, and that one is the epitome of it. 16-14, MOUZ will pick up their pick. We have Just 2 coming up next, but don't go anywhere. We'll leave you with the desk and map 2 very shortly.